Yes, we're at it again. Boom, boom, boom. Today is part 2 of my crazy ex-best friend. Now, if you didn't watch the last one, probably should go watch it before you watch this one. And it will be in the description. So, part 2. So, we're getting to freshman year, actually. I just realized that there is a third part to this. So, freshman year, me and Jasmine are kind of friends, kind of not really. So, and if no one knew this, but at the time, I was going to a Christian church. And me and Jasmine were friends. We would go every time. We would hang out all the time. And then there is this one event, which is Fall Fling. Now, what that means is I went to Scottsbluff, Nebraska with a group of girls and 2 boys, and we went to a college and met new people, and it was just a really fun experience. Now, me and Jasmine were planning on going together. However, because I didn't have a phone, what I didn't know is Jasmine and Amy had been hanging out all summer long. And I was like, okay, cool, I guess. And Amy at the time was not in my high school. So I was like, okay, whatever. Well, fast forwarding to around November time, which is when this was occurring, I was leaving, I don't even remember when. I think it was near the end of November for this trip. And I wanted Jasmine to go with me so, I wasn't alone. Well, she was like, well, I want Amy to go. And I was like, great, because, after all the drama happened, we said, okay, well, we're gonna go. And she was so excited about that, and then as, it got closer, she was like, oh, well, I want Amy to go with us, or I'm not going. And, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, you're not gonna go with one of your friends if your other friend doesn't go? Not gonna lie, that was kind of a crappy move, And I was like, are you serious? And she was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go unless if Amy can go. And I was like, oh my god. So I said, okay, I'll think about it. Well, I didn't think about it because I didn't want her to go. But then I was like, but I want Jasmine to go. So I had to bite the bullet and say, okay, she can come. Little did I know, again, me saying yes was going to affect my whole entire weekend. So when, everything was getting ready, I packed and whatnot, Jasmine was there, and then Amy was there right along with her. I didn't want to even talk to her, but I knew if I didn't, then it was all just going to be a waste of a weekend. So I was cordial, and I was like, okay, maybe this won't be so bad after all. Oh wait, it does. Just a spoiler. So we get going to Nebraska. was all fine and dandy, and then we had the whole room situation, because we had a host family, so, you know, all of us were like, well, what are we gonna do? I would have preferred staying with one of the other girls, like any of the other girls, but I was like, okay, it's gonna be very awkward, so I'm just gonna stay with Jasmine and Amy. Well, Jasmine and Amy took the bed. I didn't even have an option, really, and I don't think I did anyways, and if I did, I don't remember. So I said, okay, I'll sleep on the floor. And let me tell you something, that floor was so uncomfortable, I didn't even sleep. But no, they were in the bed, they were having fun, and I was like, okay, whatever. You know, good night. And the thing is, we didn't go to bed till 12, and we had to be up at, like, 5. So already, all of us didn't have good sleep, besides one of the girls in there. So, yeah, I was cranky. And so, you know, we went about our day, got our host family and gave us breakfast, and then, you know, we headed off again. So, you know, nothing really happened throughout the day until we got back to our host family. Again, we still didn't go to bed until late. And then again, I couldn't sleep. And I was like, I'm not getting any sleep, good sleep, throughout all of this. And, you know, it just ticks me off because, you know, Jasmine and Amy were talking, kind of leaving me out of situations. And I was like, you know, you're just being mean to me. And pretty much on the last day, we went shopping. And I had like $40 left. But me being the good person that I am, I paid for Jasmine and Amy to get ice cream when we went to the ice cream shop there. Well, little did I know that we were going to a shop right afterwards, and I wasn't even able to get anything. I wasn't able to get a souvenir or anything from that trip, and it ticked me off so much. And it was all because if I just said, no, I cannot spare you any money, then maybe I would have been able to get something. And I blame them because they used up all of their money. And I was like, it's your guys' fault because you didn't get money. Like, it shouldn't have to be someone else's responsibility for you. And I still think about that today. And so we were going home, and I was sick. Like, I had gotten so sick, and everybody was just like, okay, let's be as loud as possible, and let's make sure that we make as much noise as possible because, you know, why not? At least Jasmine and Amy were. You know, I sound so jealous, and I sound so, you know, serious, but I'm like, it was true. Everybody else was sleeping, even me. And they were just being really noisy, and I'm like, you know, you can be a little quiet, you know? So, after we got home, I was thankfully left with one of my other friends, and I pretty much ranted to him about how crap the whole entire weekend was. And, you know, a lot of stuff happened in between all of that, so I no longer go to that church. And it's not because the people there or the church was bad, it's just personal things. But again, there's a life lesson at the end of this. Say no. Just say no. in real honesty, the reason why I wanted Jasmine to go is because I am not a morning person. I wouldn't have woken up. But in the long run, if I said no to ice cream and no to helping to pay for some things, it would have been so much easier. And I probably would have had a little bit more of a better time. And if you're wanting to know, after that trip and after, a couple months of school had went by, Jasmine started becoming distant with me and ended up not talking to me at all for the rest of the year. And, I want to say, if she ever sees this, I do not forgive you. Because she talks to me in the hallways and stuff like that. I do not forgive you. Just because I talk to you doesn't mean I forgive you. And I still don't forgive you, and I probably never will forgive you. There's the forgive and forget saying. No, I won't forgive nor forget. And, it sounds petty, but I don't really care. I am so tired of having toxic friends in my life, and if you are going to act that way, then please do not talk to me anymore. I don't like liars, I don't like manipulators, and I sure do not accept people that use people. Well, the story time took a turn for events. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for part 3. And with that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day or night, wherever you live, and this is me signing off. Bye-bye.